What's up, YouTubers? Red Crimson 102 here, aka Red Crimson Gaming. Long time no see, long time no see. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Today was a special day. Maybe for some people, maybe not for some people. Today was a Nintendo Direct. Yes, sir. September 12th, 2025. I know some of y'all already know the date, and some of y'all don't know the date, so I'm still going to tell you what today's date is. And what did you guys think of the Nintendo Direct? Personally, it was terrible. I think Nintendo completely lost it. Nintendo is so far gone. They're out of tune. They are lost. I don't even look forward to Nintendo Directs anymore. We had like several Nintendo Directs that was a dud in a row. It's crazy. Nintendo lost it, man. Like, I was actually, you know what? I've been let down so many times for the past few couple of Directs that Nintendo has already shown. It's terrible, man. And guys, honestly, man, I wasn't excited for this Direct at all. I've been let down way too many times. When was the last time we had a good Direct? I personally can't remember. This Direct was terrible. And I had a very, very strong hunch in my heart. Like, you know what? I think Nintendo is going to seriously let us down again. And I know a lot of people probably were excited because, you know, prior to the Direct happening today, it was going to be an hour-long Direct, right? So, I mean, common sense would tell people, wow, an hour-long Direct, they must have a lot of games to show. But all they showed was the Super Mario 40th Anniversary games. I mean, everybody loves Mario. I love Mario, man, but if it wasn't a brand new Mario game, I'm not really excited. They showed Mario Tennis, garbage, out of here. Mario Tennis Fever, it was called, garbage. I don't care about that. The Pokemon games, garbage. The graphics still look terrible. Pokemon ZA did look okay though, even though I'm not really a Pokemon fan. The games were just terrible, man. Honestly, terrible. This was a terrible Direct. If I had to grade it from A to F, I definitely would have given it a... If I say C, C is being kind. A C minus probably. I'm more so leaning towards a D plus. Like, I really did not like the Direct. Nintendo has lost it. Truthfully, guys, I was really expecting to see some heavy hitters. They shouldn't have mentioned anything about Switch 1 getting games. They should have just focused on a Nintendo Switch 2. I wanted to see some heavy hitters. I remember right before the Nintendo Switch 2 was about to release, they showed a laundry list of fantastic games that was coming out for it. So many games, I don't even remember, but I know Titanfall was on the list, and I'm a huge Titanfall fan, and I would love nothing more than to have Titanfall 2 on Nintendo Switch on a 64 gigabyte cartridge, 1080p 60 fps in handheld, or 720p 120 fps handheld, 4K 60 fps dot mode. Hell, even 4K 120 fps in dot mode. The Switch is capable of it, and Titanfall 2 is an old game. And sorry guys for ranting about Titanfall 2. I really love Titanfall 2. That is such a great game. I still play that game today on my PC handhelds. I remember they showed Tekken was coming out for it. Metaphor. All these heavy hitter games. And yes, they're already out on current consoles. But having all those third-party games that people tease in Nintendo Switch, the OG Switch, that it didn't have, those games finally being played on a Nintendo console, that is huge. I understand when I say that, but we got disappointed. The only games, we're going to start with the games that I remembered, because that Direct was filled with so much trash that I don't even remember what games they showed. That's how trash they were. So So we're gonna start with the games that I actually like that caught my attention. Hades definitely look cool, and the fact that it can run what 1080p 120 FPS in a handheld, that's freaking awesome. That's awesome right there, and that's worthy of a purchase right there. And it's coming out at a later date physically, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it on a damn game key card, which just nullify, my feelings for the game at all. Like the way how I feel, man. But let's not stray too far. So Hades look cool. Hades 2 look cool, but that game is already available on PC handhelds, and you can play it in probably 120 frames too on your Legion Go or whatever. So cool game. So I put Hades up there. Definitely Final Fantasy 7 remake was definitely up there for me, but we all seen that coming. We know that was going to be in the direct. That was cool. So that's a game I'm actually looking forward to, and I may even purchase on a Nintendo Switch too, depending if it's on a 64 gigabyte cartridge. If it's not on a 64 gigabyte cartridge, it's a no go for me. I might as well just go ahead and play it on my consoles or play it on my PC handhelds, where you can play it in 60 frames per second. It's not even 60 frames per second on the Switch too. So that's actually kind of backwards. So okay, that's 3 games in the bag, right? That was awesome. Okay, Dragon Quest, the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD remake, fantastic. Love the art style. That's definitely a game worthy of purchase. That is, if it's on a 64 gigabyte cartridge. They showed Virtua Fighter. I'm actually a big fan of Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter is a really, really, really dope game, man. And that game definitely always give Tekken a run for its money. Gameplay wise, I actually think Virtua Fighter is a superior game. Virtua Fighter just didn't have that story. If they can get the storyline, a campaign storyline going on, it'll be definitely a champion game. But nonetheless, I love Virtua Fighter. I can play that game for a long time. The gameplay, the fighting is so awesome in that game. And of course, the mother of all games. I should say this one for last, but being that it's on the tip of my tongue already, Metroid Prime 4. I'm definitely waiting for this game. We all have been waiting for this game. I'm one of the biggest Metroid fan, guys, believe it or not. And I got my red on, man. You see my red hat and my red shirt. Definitely a big fan of Metroid. And nobody saw this coming. Samus was on a motorbike. That motorbike was futuristic, man. It actually kind of looked dope. And I saw a comment while I was watching the video, and the comment says, having a motorbike in a Metroid game would be the best thing to ever do, or it could be the worst thing to ever did. Now, what kind of threw me off about the bike, though, the way how Samus was, like spinning the bike and hitting the enemies, that kind of remind me of, I don't know, Mario Kart for some strange reason. I just thought that was a little bit kind of kiddie. I just think it would be better if you just shoot your missiles on the bike and shoot your gun on the bike. That's more than enough. But spinning and hitting them, that sounds like something you do like in a Mario game, a Mario Kart game. Excuse me, guys. But only time will tell when the game comes out. But I was wondering what version they showed, the Switch 2 version or the OG Switch version, because the graphics kind of look semi downgraded versus from what they showed at a Nintendo that Nintendo event, where Nintendo, they had the Switch 2 on display. Everybody could play the game in 4K 120 FPS. It looks a lot better. All the prior videos pretty much looked a lot better to me than what they showed today. But nonetheless, the game still look great. I think that's actually my game of the year, honestly. For the Nintendo Switch 2, for any system for that matter. I'm really excited about Metroid Prime 4, guys. Like, that's number 1 on my list, and we finally got a date. It's coming out December 4th, right before Christmas, baby. You get to enjoy that game leading up into Christmas. I'll be playing the hell out of that, man. I've been waiting for that game. Here's hoping that it's good. I think this is going to be the best selling Metroid game to date. It looks really good, man. Nothing but good things. I hope for this game, man. But Metroid Prime 4 to me was the show stealer for this Nintendo Direct, honestly. And even though it only showed like a couple seconds of it, or at least a minute of it, they did not show a lot of footage. I kind of wish they did, but at least they showed us new footage of, that we have never seen before, Samus on a bike. So that was kind of cool, man. But that's my game of the year that I'm looking forward to for sure. And last but not least, speaking of Metroid Prime 4, we also have 3 amiibos related to the Metroid Prime 4 that's also going to be released alongside. Actually, no, it comes out. It comes out before the game, which is weird. I think it comes out in November if my memory serves me correct. So the 3 amiibos for Metroid Prime 4 comes out before the actual game. So that's the appetizer before the game comes out, and the amiibos are dope. You have I think what's his name? Silax, the enemy amiibo. You have Samus on the bike, Viola, I believe that's the name of the bike. That looks pretty dope. And you have Samus herself in a little famous pose, which is cool. I'm a big amiibo collector. I normally collect the ones that I like pretty much. I guess anybody would, right? I'm also going for the Zelda ones, and just the very cool amiibos, and they have a lot of cool amiibos out there. I think pretty much most amiibos, for the most part, are pretty dope, man. I mean, some people say, hey, who still collects amiibos? A lot of people do. Those things actually do sell out a lot, but I kind of gave up on amiibos, man, because ever since the whole tariff things, they got way too expensive. $40 for the Zelda amiibos and the Donkey Kong amiibo, which I want to collect all of them, as well as the Street Fighter ones. They're pretty dope too. They're a lot bigger figurines now, but $40 for those amiibos, I just can't do it, man. I miss those days where amiibos were like $13 and then they bumped it up to like $16, and that was pushing it, but $16, I could at least buy 2 and 3 of them, and at a time, and that builds up my collection a lot faster, man. But $40 a piece, guys, you gotta think about it, man. 2 amiibos will cost you $80 plus tax. That's a game right there. So it makes no sense, and that's why I see a lot of amiibos just sitting in stores. Nobody's really buying these things, man. I just cannot do it for $40, bro. That's way too much, man. I'd be kicking myself forever if I bought those amiibos, man. Especially several of them at once. And normally, that's what I would do. I buy them 3 at a time when they were like $16, but $40 a piece, I cannot do it. And I was thinking maybe, I can get 1 amiibo a week. It wouldn't hurt so bad. It wouldn't sting that much, but it adds up, guys. I just cannot do it, man. Nintendo has to find a way to drop those prices back down to $16. I can understand they were 20. Okay, cool, man. But 40, I cannot do it. But I don't want to keep ranting so long, guys, but what I'm saying is, I think I might bite the bullet, honestly, for those Metroid amiibos, man. I think I might drop, 3. Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. I think I have to bite the bullet, and I'm going to get put some money to the side for the Metroid Prime 4 amiibos, man. I got to get those things, man. Those Metroid amiibos are always rare, man. They always end up being worth a lot of money, but I think I'm gonna definitely have to pick those amiibos up. Anyway, so the last game that looks pretty dope. I'm not even going to lie. The starter It may be the start of the show for some people, man, but I gotta admit, man, that Fire Emblem game looks good, man. I'm not even going to lie to you, man. That Fire Emblem game looks so good. It looks like one of the best ones, man. I thought Engage was good, man. I love the art style in Engage. The music was great too, man. But the new Fire Emblem they showed in Direct today, I think that is the best looking Fire Emblem game. From a graphic standpoint and just it's everything, man. It looks good, man. It looks really good. So the two highlights for me, honestly, was number one, Metroid Prime 4, number two, Fire Emblem, and I did like the Dragon Quest one and two HD remake. Those games look really good, man. So those are the three games that stood out to me the most, man. Um, yeah, man. But out of all those games, man, like 5 games. Oh, and how can I forget Resident Evil Requiem? I was not impressed with that game. I definitely was not impressed with Resident Evil Requiem. Now it's back in first person once again, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the new generation kids they like the direction, the first person, man. I just feel like Resident Evil don't belong in first person. I just think right now they're just living off of the Resident Evil name. Honestly, it Resident Evil to me, especially when the first transition to first person, I think the first one was actually really good. I did like the first one. Resident Evil Biohazard, I guess that's what they call it. Yeah, my brain is kind of old, guy, so I don't remember what number it is. I don't know if it was Resident Evil 7. I believe it was 7. Resident Evil 7. I believe it was Resident Evil 7. I was kind of skeptical when they made it a first person game, but then I played it. I'm like, okay, it was actually good. I did like Resident Evil 7. That one was really good. It kind of impressed me, man. I did like that one. And then they came with Village. I didn't like Village at all. Like, Village, I did not like that game. From what I played so far, 7 was a lot better to me. And you guys let me know if you prefer Village over 7. I think 7 was a better game. I did like the villain, the little tall chick, and the Resident Evil was it 8? No, Resident Evil Village, man. But 7 was better, man. And after Village, I think they kind of got out of hand. I said to myself, they really need to go back to, the whole third person feel, man. Like it doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game to me anymore at all. They could have just called that game something else. If you really, I just think the Resident Evil series now is a totally different game. It just has a Resident Evil name attached to it. It's just a different game with just the Resident Evil name attached to it. They need to go back to third person, man, honestly. That's where Resident Evil started, and that's where it thrives the best to me, man. But Requiem looks like garbage. I was not impressed. It just looked like every other first person Resident Evil shooter game. It looks like every other game pretty much that I've already seen and played, man. Like, I mean, it's dope that they're bringing it to the Switch, and it's also dope that they're bringing Village as well as 7 to the Nintendo Switch 2 as well. Like I said, I do like 7, so I'm looking forward to playing pretty much all of them for real, except for Rec. I don't give a damn about Redcon. It didn't really show any gameplay. All the show was like CG. I was not impressed, man. But I mean, I would love to play Resident Evil 7 on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I like to see how Village runs and plays on the Switch 2. But nah. And Capcom always disappoints me because they don't put their games on cartridges, man. And even back in the OG Switch era, when they had it on cartridge, you had to download. It was like a big download. They might put on a 2 gig cartridge and the rest you have to download it, man. It's pretty pathetic. And then with Street Fighter 6, they put on a game key card. So I feel as if these Resident Evil games are going to be on a game key card. And I can't do it, man. I really can't do it. And that's going to be my next video too, man. I want to talk about the state of the Nintendo Switch 2. You know, how I feel about it so far, and especially going into the future. But I don't want to go off topic, guys. But you know, this is about the Nintendo Direct that happened today, and I was not impressed, man. And Nintendo just lost it to me. They lost it, man. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo, man. This new leadership, man, is just Nintendo's just not the same anymore, man. It's like all these companies are getting so lazy and they're selling out. And I can't believe Nintendo's doing that. You would think Nintendo would be the last company to actually sell out like that, man. Like, when I saw that direct, I'm like, yo, they're just selling out, man. They sloppy now. Nintendo has gotten very sloppy, man. Their creativity isn't there anymore. Gaming is just not the same it used to be, man. And you know, I'm gonna save all that for another video, man. But you guys let me know in the comment section what your thoughts is on the Nintendo Switch Direct that you saw today, man. I think a lot of people, man, didn't like it as well. I only saw 5 games, guys, that I actually liked, man, that was good. And the rest was just garbage, man. Like, it's an hour of garbage. But you guys have a nice one. You already know what to do. If you're new to my channel, like and subscribe. I talk about everything gaming, electronics. I do reviews here and there, my thoughts, and I also do unboxing, believe it or not. Anyway, Red Crimson 102, I'm out of here.